stop for a second. If you had to pay full price up front for everything you bought this month, how much of it would you actually own right now? Because here's the honest truth. A lot of people aren't broke because they don't make enough money. They're truly broke because they're financing a lifestyle they can't afford. And one of the biggest enablers of that right now is this idea of buy now, pay later. Now, from the outside, it honestly looks harmless. It feels convenient. But underneath, it's one of the fastest growing financial traps in your 20s, and it just continues to keep getting worse. Let's break it down simply. Buy now, pay later, or BNPL. It's exactly what it sounds like. You see something online, whether this is shoes, clothes, electronics, and now they've even made it into groceries. Instead of just paying $200 up front, now you're splitting it into payments of $4, whether that's $50 over a course of 4 months, or maybe it's a couple weeks. Now, the thing is, there's no interest, there's no credit card, and then there's no problem, right? And that's how they sell it. It's apps like Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm. They've all made it frictionless. One click and you're approved. There's no real pause, no real consideration, just instant gratification. Now, here's why this is dangerous. Buy now, pay later doesn't feel like debt. It honestly just feels like a discount because your brain doesn't register $200. It registers 50. That's it. So instead of asking, you start asking, can I afford this payment? And this shift, it honestly just changes everything because now you're not really thinking about the total amount. You're just thinking in fragments. And when you start to think in fragments, you begin to lose control over your money because what's another payment a month, whether that's your car payment, rent, and now things like groceries or clothing. Now, I'm not saying this is all a bad thing. One purchase honestly isn't the problem. The problem begins when you start to stack them. It's $50 here, $30 there, $80 next week. Individually, that money is nothing. But when you start to combine them, that's when you got $400 to $600 in monthly obligations. And it's already for stuff you've already forgot you bought. And honestly, here's the worst part. These payments, they don't stop. They begin to overlap. So now you're paying for your past while you're still buying in the present. And that's how you get stuck. This isn't just a personal problem. It's a system that continues to expand for our generation. Buy now, pay later is no longer just for clothes and shoes. Now it's being used for everything, whether that's your groceries, gas, rent in some cases, and even food delivery. Shoot, I've even seen it on DoorDash. Now, here's what you really need to think about is people are financing food. And it's not because they're reckless. It's just because the system makes it feel normal. Everybody else around you is doing it, so why not you? And when something begins to feel normal, you honestly just stop questioning it. They advertise no interest, but that really doesn't mean no costs. And here's what they don't highlight. If you miss a payment, now you get hit with late fees and you stack too many plans. Now your cash flow is gone before your paycheck even hits. And some of these services are now reporting to credit bureaus. So this whole idea of buy now, pay later can affect your credit score. And if you default on this plan, it goes straight to collections, all over something that started as little as $50. And this is where it gets deeper. Buy now, pay later isn't just a financial tool. It's truly engineered behavior. It removes friction. That $200 may seem far, but when it becomes $50, it's right there. It just removes pain. And it removes the moment where you normally say, maybe I shouldn't buy this. And that pause, that hesitation, that's what protects you. But buy now, pay later deletes it. So now you're spending faster, you're thinking less, and you're honestly just justifying more and being able to buy more. Now, if you're in your 20s, this honestly hits you differently because we are the subject matter and we're the target audience. This is the decade where we're supposed to be building good habits, learning about money, and honestly just forming our identity. But when our default becomes, I'll just split it, you truly never build discipline, never build patience, and most importantly, you never build ownership. You're just renting your lifestyle in pieces. Now, let's make this real. Say you make $4,000 a month. You've got $300 in buy now, pay later lit payments. You have a $250 car payment, $1,200 for rent, and $400 for food, and $300 in subscriptions and random spending. Now, this is kind of on the lower end, but just an example. Before you even live, you've already committed to over half of your income. Now, something unexpected happens, whether that's your car breaks down, you need a car repair, there's a huge medical bill, or shoot, maybe you even have an emergency. Now you don't even have margin. So what do? You begin to finance that too, and the cycle continues. Buy now, pay later, it doesn't make things affordable. It just makes them feel affordable. And that's the difference. Affordability is based on income, savings, and margin. Buy now, pay later is just based on perception. And when your financial decisions are based on perception, you lose every time. Now, this is just bigger than spending. This is about control over your finances. If your income is already spoken for, you really don't have any freedom. You can't invest aggressively, you can't take risks, and you can't build wealth because your money is being tied up in past things that you bought. And wealth is built by controlling your present, not financing it away. So what do you actually do? First, you need to make a tracker. Start tracking everything, not just about what you buy, but all that you owe. Start tracking your liabilities. Second, if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it once. That rule alone eliminates most bad decisions. And third, delete the apps, delete DoorDash, whatever it may be. And that's just going to remove your temptation completely because discipline is easier when the option isn't there. And the fourth thing, rebuild the pause. Before every purchase, ask, would I still buy this if I had to pay in full? And if the answer is no, then you already know the truth. You literally have to shift how you think about money from how can I afford this to should I even want this? Is this a need or is this a want? Because most purchases aren't needs, they're impulses, and impulses are expensive. Buy now, pay later, it isn't evil, but it's powerful. And if you don't control it, it's going to control you quietly, gradually, and completely. The trap isn't the payment, it's the mindset behind it. So the next time you see that option, just don't ask if you can split it. Ask if it's worth owning your future for. Because every small payment you stack today, it's a piece of your freedom you're giving up tomorrow. If this made you rethink how you spend, subscribe, because I break down the real financial traps no one talks about, especially in your 20s. And if you've ever used buy now, pay later, drop a comment below. Be honest. Was it worth it? If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.